Why is Caitlyn Clark being overlooked by Nike after her groundbreaking rookie season in the WNBA? And why is Adidas stepping in with unexpected praise for one of Nike's biggest stars? This story is shaking up the sports world, and it's one you don't want to miss. Let's dive right into this brewing sponsorship drama. Caitlyn Clark, the WNBA's Rookie of the Year for 2024, has captivated basketball fans with her record-breaking first season. Averaging 19.5 points and 8 assists per game, Clark didn't just meet expectations, she shattered them. She's not only redefining the game, she's bringing unprecedented attention to women's basketball. But while the league and its fans are rallying around her, the silence from Nike, her sponsor, is deafening. And here's where it gets even more intriguing. Adidas, Nike's rival, has stepped in with glowing praise for Clark. What's really going on here? Caitlyn Clark's rookie season was nothing short of historic. She set records for points, assists, and three-pointers, becoming the first rookie in WNBA history to record a triple-double, not once, but twice. Her 337 assists broke the league's single-season record. In one season, she also set the rookie scoring record, proving she's both a playmaker and a prolific scorer. Clark's impact on the game has drawn comparisons to legends like Diana Taurasi and Maya Moore. And yet, for all these achievements, Nike seems oddly quiet. In April 2024, Nike announced an 8-year, $28 million endorsement deal with Clark. It included the promise of a signature sneaker and merchandise, signaling that Nike recognized her as a cornerstone athlete for the future of women's basketball. At the time, it seemed like a fantastic move for both parties. Yet since that announcement, there's been radio silence from Nike. They've released no commercials, no advertisements, and no merchandise tied to Clark's name. Even when she won Rookie of the Year, there wasn't a single acknowledgement from Nike. Fans have noticed, and they're not happy. Nike pulled this big win by securing Caitlyn Clark in a heated bidding war against rivals like Under Armour, Adidas, and Puma. Despite her growing superstardom and the buzz around her rookie season, Nike hasn't done much to capitalize on it. Even her highly anticipated signature shoe is being pushed back to 2026 because Nike wants to prioritize A'ja Wilson's shoe, the reigning MVP. On social media, fans pointed out that Nike didn't even post a simple congratulations for Clark's Rookie of the Year win. So, why is Nike sidelining one of the biggest sports stories of the year? It seems like internal politics might be at play. Some WNBA stars reportedly felt Clark was getting too much attention even before she stepped onto a WNBA court. Compare this to how Nike treated other icons like LeBron James and Michael Jordan. LeBron rocked his signature Nike sneakers in his very first NBA game in 2003, and he even had a TV commercial. Jordan debuted his signature shoe just weeks into his rookie season in 1984. The contrast is stark, and it raises questions about why Nike isn't giving Clark the same star treatment. Ignoring Clark could be a major missed opportunity for Nike. With the right push, she could become a driving force for the brand, much like LeBron and Jordan did in their early days. The sports community took to social media, flooding Nike's pages with questions and frustrations. "Where's the love for Caitlyn Clark?" one fan wrote. "She's breaking records left and right, and you remain silent." Another said, "I've been a Nike fan for years, but this lack of support for Clark is making me rethink my loyalty." For a brand known for its iconic athlete campaigns, this treatment of Clark feels like a glaring oversight. Before we move on, make sure to like and subscribe for all the updates you need about the WNBA world. Let's continue. To understand the significance of Nike's inaction, let's look at their history. When Clark was breaking NCAA records at Iowa, Nike ran ads celebrating her achievements. One billboard in Iowa proclaimed, "If you break it, you own it," following her record-breaking scoring performances. Nike's decision to promote her college success makes their silence during her historic WNBA rookie season even more puzzling. What's more perplexing is the contrast between how Nike treats Clark versus other athletes. They've actively promoted other stars, regularly posting about their accomplishments. This stark difference raises questions about Nike's priorities. Why isn't Caitlyn Clark, arguably the most exciting young talent in the WNBA, receiving the same attention? Meanwhile, Adidas has taken a different approach, and it's turning heads. Billie Jean King, an Adidas global ambassador, publicly congratulated Clark on her Rookie of the Year award. King's message wasn't just a polite acknowledgement, it was a glowing endorsement of Clark's talent and impact. She called Clark a generational talent and highlighted her record-breaking achievements. King's praise even included a warning to WNBA players not to waste the opportunity to play alongside someone as transformative as Clark. This move by Adidas is unprecedented. Imagine Pepsi congratulating Coca-Cola on a new product. It's unheard of. Yet here we have an Adidas ambassador celebrating a Nike athlete. Why? Adidas's strategy seems clear. They're positioning themselves as a brand that genuinely supports women's sports, not just when it's convenient, but as an ongoing commitment. By stepping into the spotlight and backing Clark, Adidas is reshaping the sponsorship landscape. Fans have embraced Adidas's unexpected move. Social media erupted with comments applauding King and Adidas for recognizing Clark's talent. "It's great to see the biggest names in sports acknowledging Caitlyn Clark," one fan wrote. Another said, "Adidas is showing they're willing to do what Nike won't." The gesture has not only boosted Clark's reputation, but also shined a light on the broader issue of how female athletes are supported by sponsors. The implications of this situation go beyond Clark. It's forcing us to reevaluate what we expect from companies that sponsor female athletes. Signing a player like Clark and then ignoring her accomplishments isn't just bad business. It's a missed opportunity to grow the sport. Fans now demand more. They want brands to actively promote and celebrate their athletes, not just use them as marketing tools. Adidas's actions also highlight a broader shift in sponsorship expectations. Fans now expect sponsors to be actively involved in promoting their athletes, not just during big moments, but consistently. This shift is especially important in women's sports, where visibility and support are crucial for growth. Clark's rise comes at a pivotal moment for the WNBA. The league is experiencing increased attendance, higher TV ratings, and growing interest in its players. Clark's impact has been a driving force behind this momentum. She's not just a star, she's a game changer. And when she succeeds, the league succeeds. Billie Jean King emphasized this point in her remarks, saying, "This year is a turning point, and it's because of Caitlyn that everyone is wearing the number 22 jerseys." King's comments reflect a broader truth. Clark isn't just a great player, she's a catalyst for the future of women's basketball. But this momentum needs sustained support. Companies like Nike have a responsibility to celebrate their athletes and promote their successes. Their silence on Clark's achievements isn't just disappointing. It risks alienating a growing and passionate fan base. Adidas's move shows that the competition is more than willing to fill the void. And fans are taking notice. Nike's stock has seen a significant drop since its 2021 peak, largely due to a strategic shift that hasn't played out as hoped. Former CEO John Donahoe's plan to transition Nike from a wholesale to a direct-to-consumer model seemed like a smart move. It gave the company more control over its brand and image while increasing gross margins. But here's the thing, it wasn't exactly what Nike's customers wanted. By scaling back from retail partners like Foot Locker, Nike alienated a huge segment of its customer base. Shoppers who regularly visit those stores found fewer Nike products and, instead, discovered new brands like On Holding and Decker's Hoka. These rivals quickly filled the shelves, growing at a faster pace and grabbing market share in key areas like running. It's a clear sign that consumers still value the convenience of finding their favorite Nike products in physical stores. And then there's Caitlyn Clark. If Nike had launched her signature shoe in the middle of the current excitement, fans would likely be queuing up to get their hands on it. Delaying this opportunity seems like another misstep, especially when Nike is already predicting a dip in sales for this year. A well-timed campaign around Clark could be just the boost Nike needs, a way to reconnect with its audience and spark renewed interest in the brand. Simply put, Nike needs to start listening to its customers again. Both the pullback from retail stores and the delay in capitalizing on Clark's popularity suggest that Nike is out of step with what its audience really wants. Reversing this trend might just be the key to turning things around. Clark's treatment by Nike also brings broader discussions about race and gender in sports marketing. As a white Catholic female athlete, Clark faces unique challenges in gaining recognition in a market traditionally dominated by male athletes, especially in basketball. Some argue that Nike's reluctance to push Clark's brand, despite her record-breaking rookie season, stems from a desire to avoid backlash and maintain harmony with its diverse roster of athletes, including Wilson, who holds a more established presence in the company's campaigns. There's a glaring disparity in how athletes of different backgrounds are treated by major sports brands. While Clark has shattered records and captured the public's attention, she hasn't received the same marketing support as male athletes or even other WNBA players. This disparity has led to accusations of discrimination, with fans and analysts questioning why Nike hasn't fully embraced her potential. Despite Nike's current hesitation, there's still hope that the company will recognize Clark's value. Her recent $28 million contract could be a turning point, especially as her influence continues to grow. As Clark's profile rises, her impact on the sport and its fan base will increase, potentially putting pressure on Nike to give her the recognition she deserves. If Nike continues to sideline Clark in favor of more established athletes, they risk alienating a generation of fans seeking fresh faces and new heroes. The growing interest in women's basketball presents a golden opportunity for Nike to adapt and innovate, embracing rising stars like Clark to stay ahead of the competition. Nike's handling of Caitlyn Clark raises serious questions about the company's internal culture and priorities in sports marketing. While other brands like Adidas have publicly acknowledged Clark's extraordinary rookie season, Nike has remained largely silent. As her popularity soars, Nike must reconsider its approach to Clark and women's basketball. Failing to do so could leave them outpaced by competitors eager to embrace the future. So, what does this mean for the future of women's sports? Clark's story is a wake-up call for the entire industry. It's no longer enough to sign contracts and slap logos on jerseys. Fans expect more. They want to see their favorite athletes celebrated loudly and consistently, and if one brand won't do it, another will. Caitlyn Clark's rookie season has already made history. But the story unfolding around her sponsorships is just as significant. It's forcing us to confront how we support female athletes and what we expect from the companies that sponsor them. And it's a reminder that when it comes to promoting women's sports, actions speak louder than words. What do you think about this situation? Should Nike be doing more to support Caitlyn Clark? Or is Adidas proving that they're the better brand for women's sports? Let us know in the comments. And if you believe in celebrating athletes like Caitlyn Clark, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. Together, we can help drive the conversation and support the future of women's sports.